Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio.
Well, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Oxjar, on the show this evening as the one and only Southside and his big sidekick, Big Stevie. How we doing, gentlemen? And I say gentlemen loosely. How we doing, boys?
Hi, good evening, Ox. Good to be back. My big China's back this week, so good to be back with him. And looking forward to the show. And good evening to everyone listening in this evening.
Come to the big
man.
Oh,
Come on, big man.
I'm here. You hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
That's good. Right. Well, welcome to Dream Team Wednesday, everybody listening in. The big station serving the nation, the one and only Rangers Radio.
How are you, Southside? Did you have for your tea tonight? Was it a nice mushroom burger?
No. I don't like mushrooms. I was having dinner with Old Bear this evening.
All right, okay. I'm not going to
He knows I've been doing a bit, so he thought he'd try and take me out and cheer me up. So we had...
It never worked.
It never worked, no, it certainly didn't work, no.
Oh.
But it was a good, enjoyable evening with him anyway.
How are you, Stevie? You've not been on for a wee while.
That's correct, yes. Due to my son progressing in football, yes. You're not going to ask me what I had for my tea.
No, it's only a 2 hour show, mate. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
What did you have, mate?
Oh, it's bag ball. That wasn't that great.
Oh, she might be listening.
Exactly.
Do you have the parmesan or the tappy, Biggin?
Aye, that smelly cheese. I didn't like that. I like garlic bread.
All right, okay. He'll pay for that one, Southside, won't he?
Aye, she treated him to Stilton and he didn't like it.
Sure looks like cheese, Stilton.
What was that, mate?
You sure that's a cheese, Stilton?
Said it on the fucking label, didn't it?
No. HR.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
We've not had one person say it to HR. Big Stevie appears in the lobby there. Southside.
Oh, imagine that. It's not like me. Where are we anyway? Are we talking about food or you want to talk about something else?
No, we better talk about the Rangers, eh?
Aye, but either way in a team bonding. Maybe in a wee team bonding day or two, I believe.
Aye.
See what that brings.
Aye, there's something, I can't put my finger on it, maybe just a loss of form at the wrong time, confidence, whatever you want to call it, pressure, Stevie, or something. You just can't put your finger off. No, the wheels haven't come off, but wow, we made this difficult, eh?
I have to half, and I'll tell you what's missing, and I really mean it when I say this, and I hate, I'm positive, trying to be positive all the time. Bottle, that's what the problem is. Absolute bottle. That's what the problem is. They need to get their fingers out. They're playing for Glasgow Rangers, they're running for a league championship, and they're playing as if they've never seen a ball before. And it's absolute, that performance on Sunday there was shocking. And I'd just like to thank my wingman for the tickets on Sunday. Pumped me out a hole again. But getting back to the game, you've got to say, these are guys that have been there, seen it and done it. A lot of them on that part. And by the way, we were rotten. Where was the fighting desire? Where was the it was the slow, lethargic, playing the ball along the back line. As my wingman would say, the horseshoe, run that horseshoe and back again, run the horseshoe and back again. Don't get me wrong. If somebody said to me before a ball was kicked off, 2-1, I'd have bit your horn off for it. I'd have took it all day long. But see, just when you see some of the play and the whiff, come on, man. What are we watching? We're running in for a championship here.
Aye, it was it's no inspiring us all with confidence. It's all about winning Southside, but we're looking to see a bit more pace, a bit more football in the team.
Listen, Stevie's got it right. You need to be, the desire and that has to be there. It feels like some of them are just playing a safe game of football. They're scared to try and do something in case they give a ball away. It was poor on Sunday, as I said the other day, mate. It was, but listen, he came in, and when he came in, if you turned around and said, you've got a trophy in the bag, you're going to win a Scottish Cup final, and you've got a chance of winning a league, and if you do all that, you've got a treble, we'd have all bet his honour for it. And I think the players played with a freedom and just playing, and it was to get wins every week until you get yourself into this position where it's possible now where you can go and win the league. And for whatever reasons happened, they just don't look like they've connected into it. It looks like there's some of them are a bit scared, or maybe, like we said, with question mentality. Of course you're going to, because you can only watch what you see when you're out in the park, and how they're playing, and we're not doing creating a lot of chances either. No, we're not creating chances.
We couldn't come on here Southside and say that we played well on Sunday.
No, it is about winning, don't get me wrong, but listen, there's if you play like that, their goalkeeper gave us the 2 goals on Sunday, nothing else. He was like watching Packy Bonner back in the 1980s. No, he used to come out and do stuff like that, but the goalie held 2 goals, and we go back in and we got the 3 points. So Sunday has to improve. There needs to be an urgency, a tempo, but we need to get stuck in, and we need to create chances and look like scoring, pepper the goal, make goalies make saves. Many goalies have actually made many saves against us in the last few weeks. There's not been peppering goals.
Since that Ross County night, we've not really turned around and said that goalies have been magnificent against us, or they've kept them out, and teams have put up the part and scored. It's not been that at all. But Stevie, we can't come on and say we're playing well and we're no, because people are no daft. But it is about winning, and Sunday's about winning again. But we just want to see a bit of urgency, a bit of pace, a bit of skill, goals.
For me, I've got to disagree slightly with my wingman there. I've got to say Tav's Boyer was different class. I get what he's talking about. The keeper getting caught underneath it. I see what he's talking about, but I've got to give Tav a bit of credit for that ball. And it was different class. And the big man's desire to get the first goal, he did that back across the goal. You've got to give him a bit of credit there too. But listen, you're paying 33 quid to watch that, man's, and it was absolute garbage. And as I said, and I'll say it again, I would have took 2-1 before a ball was kicked. But, Ox, I'm going to go back to my statement last year, and I'm sticking with it. If you go back in the archives, we've no iron in that team. We've no hard men. We've no dirty players. And I've said this last year. You don't go to St Johnstone and Dingwall and St Mirren's Grun and all these places and play silky soccer. What gets you over the line is fight and desire. And our team is totally lacking in that. They're totally...
How can you know both, Stevie?
Huh?
How can you know both if you get the blend of your team right?
Get the balance. That's it. But let's be honest. Who in that team have you seen really taking somebody out the game or sticking one on somebody and doing it cutely? Lowstrom's meant to be the big hard guy running about, man. Come on. A hard man with a left hand on. Come on, man. Yeah, get the one players with a bit of dig, fight and desire. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Stick by it.
I think there's a square peg to go into a square hole as a ball winner for us. And I think I've never seen it when he came to the club, but I keep saying it Southside, and I know you see it slightly different. Sterling can be your ball winner, because I don't think we've got a ball winner, because I don't think Lundstrom is.
No, he's no. Listen, John Lundstrom's in there in the middle of the park to be on the ball. He's meant to orchestrate the tempo, speed it up, slow it down, go on the ball, make the passes. We can always drop into our back 3-4 and play a pass across the back and look busy. Seen somebody picking a stat up for Sunday. John Lundstrom had the most passes in the game. Aye, how many passes did he have that made an effect? The best pass they get the whole game came for the young boy behind Diamondi. He's put it right through to Tav. That's the type of balls we should be looking at our midfielder doing. That boy had great vision to put that through to Tav to get the crossover for the goal. John Lundstrom very seldom does anything like that. You know, our engine room in the midfield is we've got the young boy who looks promising. I think he'll be a right standout next season. But we need somebody like him beside him. Sterling could probably do that job. And the centre of the park, if you want to put him in there as a ball winner and then try and get to players that can go and play. We don't want him dropping in and doing the John Lundstrom role in the horseshoe.
No.
You know, we want him in the middle of the park, and that's where he stays, you know, and demands the ball in. But Ox, he's got to then try and get the ball and link the play and play these sort of passes. He's maybe got it in him, and sometimes he looks a bit raw in there. But I would rather have somebody in there with more energy and more legs than have John Lundstrom in there just strolling about the park, to be perfectly honest. And that's the way it feels and looks like at the moment.
That's what I see that guy with Guy. He would get the ball back and he's quick. I'm not saying he's silky soccer, mate. I'm not saying that at all. I just think he's an asset, Stevie. And some are just it's luck. You sometimes in football you need luck, and I think we've maybe stumbled on something. And what I've seen, when he's played his best football, it's been in that position.
Aye, I totally agree with you, mate. My midfield would be the big man and Diamandi and Cantwell. That would be my midfield. Now I got it wrong about John Lundstrom, and I'm not afraid to admit it. You know, to my wingman. My wingman says, "Look, you got a burst out of him," and then he fades away, and that's exactly what he's done. At the particular time I was talking about him getting another contract, he was playing well. I mean, under Clement, he was playing well, but he's just fell away by the wayside. He's a total different guy now. He's slow and lethargic, and he will have millions of passes, as the South Side says. He went to the side, back to him, and then he turns and he puts it the other way, and then it's back to him. But my midfield is definitely Big Sterling. I mean, we need pace and power, and he's got it. He's got it, and he's no shy to get in there and all. You know what I mean? That's what we need. 100% we've stumbled across something, and he wouldn't be in the midfield for me. 100% with Diamandi and Cantwell.
It's funny how it's going to pan out. I don't know if we'll see that this season, Southside, if I'm honest, but I think he'll go with the tried and tested. That seems to be his style.
He probably will. And then that's when they're getting everybody, all our supporters get to look at them and see what they're performing. And like you say, at the time, John Lundstrom had a purple patch. We've seen what Sterling can do in the middle of the park. He can win the ball. You still need a wee bit. I just hope we get somebody similar size to John Lundstrom, but with footballing ability, like the boy Diamandi, I Cantwell and that. Somebody with a football brain. Somebody that's maybe about 24, 25 can go into that midfield. Don't want a project. I want somebody that knows what they're doing and has had success somewhere or wherever it may be. But somebody that can go in and dictate the play and get about the park and go into tackles. We're not asking them to kick them all out of the park. We're just asking the midfield to compete. Diamandi will compete. We've seen him, he's gave the ball away. He's went and chased it back and fought for it. So we need players that can play in tight situations in the midfield, play the wee balls and that. No, Lundstrom can't play in the tight situations, but I'm not just picking him. The midfield needs to do better. The midfield wins you games. That's what wins you football games. You've got to control the midfield, and you need runners.
If we're saying that, Southside, in the first half on Sunday, with Sterling playing on the right, Silva on the left, and Dessers through the middle, our front three were poor. If we're talking about going back to Sunday's game, they were poor, mate, particularly Silva.
Aye, listen, Silva's got a good football brain, right? He has, but he's not doing it for us. You can see he's got something, and he's not a winger, but it looks at although he's played out there when he was younger. Listen, he's up in Scotland, he should be able to do a job, but again on Sunday, he came off after 55 minutes. And I know, but it looks at, I didn't see it, but a couple of people have said that one of the coaches had words with him in the technical area when he was coming off, as if they'd a wee bit of a ding-dong. Maybe he wasn't happy coming off and he was getting told why, I don't know, but that's the way it should be, you know. But it takes ages to get off the park. I know he should be sprinting off that park, Ox. He should have walked off.
I told him how you get took off.
Aye, but listen, well, you boys may be disappointed, right? I get that, but you're not performing, and we're going for a league title here, and it just looked like we weren't. Just looked like we were strolling about the park, and it wasn't good enough option Sunday. So hopefully this Sunday we'll see a big, vast improvement.
Aye, Stevie, nothing wrong with players being disappointed it took off. I've never had any problem with that, yeah. You know,
I get that, but listen, the boys, he does nothing. He showed us nothing, man, there on Sunday. It was hopeless. We were a man down, let's be honest. And for him maybe not be happy he took off, fair play, right? We get that. Nobody wants to be took off, but when you sit down and look back on the game, what you contributed, it was playing with a man short. It wasn't the only one, it wasn't great, by the way. But the boy, see all the antics and that. I mean, I've not been on the show since the antics rolling about and all that carry on. That's not for me. Listen, the boy's carrying a heavy price tag, £35 million. I wouldn't even pay £3.5 million for him. There you go. That's just how I feel about the guy, you know.
Aye, well, I say we took a punt. It's not worked. You know, maybe he could still turn out the hero. Stranger things have happened. Right, if it's all right, we use two gentlemen as a phone-in show. I think these phone lines open and see what people want to ask us. Is that all right? We used to.
That's a plan, man. Get the bell run.
Well, that's how we do the show. So people will phone in and have talk about the famous Glasgow Rangers.
Yeah. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Fox.
Yes, mate.
See, just to change it up a wee bit, I'd just like to congratulate the Lassies team in beating Celtic on Saturday 2-0 to get into the final. And the night they've got Celtic drew with Glasgow City tonight. I believe they were 1 point ahead. And Rangers are Hearts, you know. So it could be a good couple of days, 10 days for the Rangers Lassies team. Good luck to them.
Yeah. Late start, 8:10.
Yep.
You know, yeah. But aye, good luck and hopefully keep us updated, Stevie, as the goals go in for the Gers.
A all day, yep.
Yeah. Aye, a good result for them on Sunday. Semi-final of the Cup. Good result. So they're gone for the treble, south side.
Aye, same as us.
Here, mate. Here. All right. Well, I think the Monday night we critiqued the game. We've had a quick chat tonight. You know, we've been honest, but we'll always support the team. But we've got to critique a game. It's two different things. I don't know if he's picked up the day that some of the VAR decisions have been looked at, and they look back at them and they examine the decisions. And obviously, the debacle at Easter Road, I'm not saying much in the paper because I've said it was a red card with the boy get kicked in the head. No debate, as we all said at the time. And then lo and behold, Big Sterling shouldn't have been sent off against Aberdeen. Baby boy.
Now I'm going to get sent to HR tonight if you keep this up. Look, see this VAR carry on. VAR works. It's who's in the VAR box with the tools. No, it's who's or working the tools that's the problem. And I'm telling you right now, man, look, nobody's kidding me on. We get refereed different for other people. That's all I'm going to say on it, Ox. The hammer's down. I'm the same as Bridge. Nobody's pulling the wool over my eyes. Are
you telling me that the goalkeeper would run out, kick a ball, the forward would slide into him, fall, and then the goalie would get fouled against him and booked? Are you telling me that could happen in Scottish football?
That can happen, yes.
All right, okay. Just wondering. Southside, we said it at the time. Sterling, he slipped. It wasn't a dangerous play because it was a long run. And lo and behold, the referee goes and looks at it, and they're saying he got it wrong again. He got it wrong in real time. He got it wrong at the screen. What's the point?
Aye, well, I've always said on here I'd rather the referee goes and looks at the incident and then it's him that's making the decision. And on that decision, when he looked at it, he stuck to his guns. and it's proved it was a wrong decision. It was one at Ibrox, wasn't it? Aye,
Yeah.
Sterling. Aye. I thought maybe because they might have said excessive force or something, because you know the terminology. I mean, how can you slide into a tackle and not use any excessive force or any force at all? You slide in, you're getting at speed, aren't you? But listen, I hear that that's what they said. They shouldn't have been sent off. I take it we've got other decisions as well, have we? We got any more?
I think, believe the one against John Lundstrom at Rugby Park, when the ball was played in, that hit his arm. They're saying that shouldn't have been a penalty kick.
Right. I remember that one as well, aye. Well, it's that too. I take it there'll be a lot more clubs as well getting them, I take it. But so it's no perfect. It's like Stevie says. Listen, we've got referees that make decisions on the park, and then we're putting them in a VAR room, and they're still making wrong decisions. Some are even taking it out the referee's hands altogether and making the decision for themselves, as we've seen. So
I call it the confession box.
So, listen, VAR probably works. It's how it's interpreted and how they're going about it. And we've seen how they've went about it. We've been on many a wrong decision on VAR this season. We've been in many a wrong decisions against them on VAR this season. So they have to start getting it right, because it's there to help. It's not there to hinder. And at the moment, it's not really helping us that often.
Southside, they always start getting it right when the league's done. If Celtic had the lead in the bag, then every game you'd be saying, the referees are doing a great job now. And they're doing a great job because the league's won now. That's the kind of stunts they're pulling. Nobody's pulling about their bags. We get refereed different for everybody else. I don't care what anybody says. They might say, it's just because you're looking at your blue glick. No, I'm fair. See, when my team fouls somebody, I say they foul somebody. See, my team are rubbish, I say they're rubbish. I've come on and said it tonight. They don't. No, it's just a different breed. And I'm sorry. I'm not bowing down to pamper, to appease people. We get ripped off all the time. If the referees don't do it in the pitch, they do it in the VAR room. It's a lose-lose for us. But the angry thing for me is we know that before a ball's kicked, and we need to do the damage on the part so that we take it out of their hands. That's the problem I've got, and that's where we need fight and desire, and we're not really getting it now, and that's something that's sending me over the edge. See, when you pull that blue jersey on and that badge on, you need to be a different breed. You need to be a different person. Some of these guys need to look in the mirror.
See what's happened, Southside. The spag balls wasn't up to spec, and he's not happy with it.
No, but he's true in what he's saying, and at the same time, you've not heard that mob across the city mention a referee once. You'll not hear it until we go up there.
You've not heard it since Tynecastle, have you?
No. You heard all the smoke bombs getting flung at whatever his face was. I can't remember his name now. Beaten before that game, and then you've heard nothing. Because they think they've won the league and they're tapped by goal difference, so there's nothing to be said because they're back there. But when they're struggling and I think they're going to get down the league a bit, or we were going to take them, it's just toys out the pram, screaming at Everton and Enton, But at the end of the day, it's results that matter. And Sunday comes, we have to win and try and score a few goals, and we'll see where it takes us. It'll be taking us up there for the following week, so. That's when we'll need to get the tin hats on. The players will need to stand up and be counted, but they need to be standing up and be counted every time they pull on a blue jersey, mate. That's the thing that a lot of them need to understand. If
it was a yes-no vote for you to yes-no, simple, yeah. I don't want to go back in history when yes-no meant something, but if it was yes or no, VAR, keep it or bin it, how would you vote? Stevie?
I would keep it aye, but it needs to be used properly.
Southside?
I would keep it, but they need to start getting it right and do it right and explain it to everybody at the start of the season. It does work, Ox. So just start making it work. Say to help everybody.
We'll put that out to the listeners. Here's your thoughts. 0141 356 1972. Big Stevie, well, we've got you on. We'll know who's your player of the year. Top three in reverse order, if you don't mind.
Reverse order.
Oh,
I'll go for Tav. I'm going to go for Big Sterling, number 3, Tav number 2, and obviously the goalie number 1.
yeah, the goalie seems to be overwhelming. What a save he had. What a save.
Aye, yeah.
That one they put with the bar, it was an unbelievable save. If it had been
Strong
a
hand.
high-profile match, I know it was a big game, but when I get tired of seeing it, it was magnificent. Stevie in Southside.
Aye, what a save it was. A right strong hand, right strong right hand. Right out of the bar, brilliant. Listen, that geez in it's a different game, innit?
Aye, always goals change games. Southside.
A save.
Aye, it does. And he's had big moments this season, and I think that's why it's a bad day when you go to name your goalkeeper player of the year. But listen, he's been good. He's commanded in his area. He done it in the last seconds of the game on Sunday when he had to come out and catch the ball up against a player when he put the high ball in, and that's what we expect him to do. And it was a phenomenal save he had before that. And he's listen, probably maybe one or two goals were probably faulted him for all season. And if it wasn't for probably Jack Butland at times, we wouldn't have so many points in the bag, when games have been tight, and he's pulled off some big saves. So, end of the day, he's gained his points this year probably as well.
Aye, he's in the plus. He's in the plus for me. What a first season he's had.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Is he going to be here next season?
it's a yes for me, and I'll tell you why. He came up here. He could make more money down south, but I think he's driven by the desire to play football and to be competing for trophies. That's my gut feeling. But I suppose like all things in life, Southside, everybody's got a price,
They have, and who was him? I can't remember his name. Who's his name who had his scout thing?
Ross Wilson.
Aye, Ross Wilson and Mulholland, they're both at Nottingham Forest. So they might
much
be
longer.
well, maybe, but at the moment, maybe that's what was driving that rumour. Listen, he'll be playing European football next year, he's got a chance to go back and win more medals. Playing high profile, most games, most weeks, big club, always need to win. He's got that mentality. And so the only way he'll leave, I think, is for the money, mate. If he really wants to give up that for money and go down and play in the middle of the road English team, then that'll be up to him. But I think the only thing that would maybe move him would be money. Apart from that, I think he's got everything that he came up here for, and he's playing week in, week out. So it's up to him, innit? I think he'll probably will stay as well, to be honest.
I think myself, he's right in everything the two years have says, but I think one of the main ingredients why he signs is no means Southside and Ox, but the fans, no. The troops, I think he loves it. He gets the Rangers, and that's one of the big things he's there for. I know he wants to win medals and play. He's at a big club and that, but I think the fans are a lot to do with it too. I really do. I think he gets us.
Can I just say something? I know sometimes we get listeners from the other side of the city. Well, it's penalty to Rangers, and it's a stone waller. Under 18 youth final at Hampden tonight.
Aberdeen. We've got 2 games on at one time. The Rangers are playing twice at one time.
It's all about the Rangers, isn't it, mate?
Stevie, you just as well, you've got that 85-inch telly, isn't it?
That's correct, aye. That's a man that Bridgeman had his toilet sure. He asked me the demand it. He was going for a beer one. So I go it, aye.
Aye. And that was in his small toilet down the stairs.
He's took it.
Oh dear. I wish I could tell the stopwatch story, but I'm not allowed.
Oof, you better know. You'll be down to HR.
That'll really upset him.
Penalty all day long, by the way, boys. Penalty all day long. The boys there went out.
Aye. Keep us informed. Right, so...
I'm watching black and white, by the way. Southside's watched it in colour. He's better keep us up to date.
Aye, it's a goal for Rangers. One each. Aberdeen have just scored.
That black and white telly.
Aye, that's what they say. For all those watching the drum chapel, the Blues behind the brown at the top table. Oh, man.
Oh, dear. Right, come and join us. 0141 356 1972. I noticed Davy's not been on for a while, Southside, since he was due to bring us back some presents. What have we seen?
Aye, he's been hiding since he come back, so can't be getting any duty free.
Who's this we're talking about?
Wee
Burt Lancaster.
No, even a couple of French magnets,
The usual crap, man. A bottle with a worm in the boat, mate. They go for about €3 or something. But the usual snash.
Kiss Me Quick Hat or something in it. One of these stupidings who'd probably run about with her there and on it.
See, I get that bottle and I pour on it.
I wonder if you'll get a present for the folk festival in Portugal. Anyway, we joined the old Davy. I didn't even know you were there. How are we doing, Davy?
Dion.
Thanks for taking my call. Good night.
It's all right. You'll be cut off in a minute anyway, as usual.
Okay. No, I've got a new phone.
Evening, David.
How you doing, Oxon? Good evening to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance.
How you, David, boy?
I came back my holidays last week. The Rangers put a right damper on that, you know. I think I was talking to Ox about going to the Hearts game at the Scottish Park. It was really good. Brilliant, Ox, brilliant. I couldn't believe how quick we've imploded, but that's how it goes. Just picking up on what you were saying about the VAR. I think it was Side says I think he was getting closest to the problem was it's who you've got in there. I don't think the way we do it with who we put in there is working. It just isn't working. They've got to think whether it's getting outsiders in the different gear ring on abroad. I don't know if that would help it, but it's definitely needed sorted out and whoever's making the decisions.
So the point that Stevie's making, we would like a plusher box with a bit of space, some armchairs in it, and so they could watch it in comfort. Stevie's saying that they think they're in a wooden box with a curtain in the middle.
Very good. Nah.
Listen, they should be getting more right. They should be getting more right. A lot of some penalty kicks are subjective, and the Southside made a great point earlier on. And at the start of the season, they need to come out with a directive so that everybody knows basically what's a penalty kick, how they're going to interpret things. I'll give you a classic example. You can come in Southside. You're sitting where you sit. You've got a perfect view. We have a penalty kick, miss it. Scott Wright comes in, hair blown in the wind, puts the ball in the back of the net. Nobody knew. Fans didn't know. They changed the directive for encroachment. Correct?
Aye, that's true, aye. 100%. And at the game, like I said, you don't know. And then nobody explains it. And then eventually you'll see somebody run up and they say offside. Aye, I get that or whatever. But you're like, what do you mean offside? Because even where you were sitting at the time, you didn't even notice that. Plus he'd ran for well back, for behind it. But the fact he'd changed the encroachment rule and nobody knew about it. And I don't know when they done it. It was a few months back, wasn't it, or something? They said it had been changed. So, but aye, it's just, you need to know what's happening in all day. When you go to the games and you see VAR, if it's no clear and obvious and you don't know, something should be explained at it so we know. You see people try to go on phones and all that to see what's happening. Or if the game's live on Sky, people are trying to go on their phone to Sky to see a replay. The fourth official should be able to tell you. He should be able to just make an announcement on a mic. Don't want the referee to tell you if you don't want. Just get the fourth official to say it then. And then we all know what it is. But I know that a lot of them don't show the replays or anything, so that's just another problem.
When the referee announces it, Southside, or the fourth official announces it, so the people know what's happening.
Aye, well, it's meant to help the spectators that's at the game, isn't it? If it's not clear and obvious, then obviously they can explain it, what actually it was gave for or why it wasn't.
Oh, boys, Chelsea corner, 1-0 to the Teddy Bears. What a dig. What a goal, by the way, on the volley. Off edge of the box, ball comes there, Chelsea corner, divide that among you, old jam tarts. Good night, Vienna. 1-0 to the girls.
Yeah, a good few minutes for the Gers. Good few minutes for the Gers. By the way, Davey, what day next week will we all get together to give you all these presents?
I've had Thunderstorm, but I lost my suitcase. It's a long story. They lost a lot of suitcases anyway. But they should take a
Customs took them off them.
They should take a leaf out of the women's how to take corner kicks against the Celtic. You know, what a goal that was.
Yep.
Aye. So, listen, David, I asked Southside, I asked Steve, I'll give you the same question. You're a mere traditionalist, you come across that way. Do you think VAR's been a good thing for the game or a bad thing?
There's two different ways to look at it. You know, I think it's definitely improved the game, but the interpretation of it leaves a lot to be desired. And I'm not just talking about in our league and other leagues, but we seem to be second best when it comes to the decisions. But maybe it's me being biased, but I don't care who you've got in there, unless you change it in the room. But if it's officials on the part and that, it's a case that no one likes it, we don't care scenario. That's the way I look at it. And that'll never change to that SPAFL get booted into touch.
Can I just interrupt? That's 2-1 to the famous Glasgow Rangers in the Youth Cup final.
Oh, good.
Oh, man. Got yourself.
It's been a good 10 minutes for the Bears.
77 minutes gone.
The women have scored. The boys have scored 2 goals before the Old Davies still alive. It's been a great 10 minutes.
Okay. I tell you what, Hawks, I had a great day in that Boozers in Forteventura. I was jumping. Oh, Borussia Dortmund just scored.
Oh, we don't want to know about him. This is called RangersRadio. If you want to phone an
I just thought it'd be different.
You've ruined it. You've ruined it on. And who cares?
Right, okay. So VAR's, we think it's a good thing. Yes, mate.
Can I ask old Davey, where were you, Forteventura?
Yeah, coloured the fish. Sorry?
Were you in the Highlander bar?
No, I was in the Scotsman.
The Scotsman. Is it the boy John that owns it?
Yeah, I was jumping. There was 40,000 Rangers supporters and 2 Hearts supporters.
That's a good friend of mine. You should have mentioned me, you'd have tick.
Aye, the Rangers scored, I jumped up and spilled my Diet Coke out of the table. It was a good day. Good weather.
Good, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You looked very smart, mate, making your way down to the game. I was very impressed.
Aye, well, that was a war paint getting on after what you said about Mothership.
I couldn't believe it, Southside. They had the soaps on.
That's just to keep his feet warm.
David, did you go to Kaya Hansen?
Sorry?
Did you go up to Kaya Hansen?
No, I didn't even know where that was.
The dancing?
No, I just couldn't tell you. I wouldn't even know where I am. You forget my age, Stevie boy.
Oh, so the only thing you pulled was ligaments.
And a few other things.
He was updated. Wait, how long to go in the youth match Southside?
11 minutes. Probably
good.
an injury time maybe after that, but there's not been much in the game.
There'll be 20 minutes to go, roughly. And it's not even half time. Is it half time yet in the women's match?
The women's match, 25 minutes, we're into it. 1-0 to the Teddy.
Yeah, I knew it started late. All right, so we've got the pros and cons of VAR out the way, yeah. And can I just discuss one thing we on? I've talked at length about this to Southside. I want your two thoughts on it, Stevie, Davey. Are we becoming too rigid in our shape? And is there going to be flexibility in different games, different surfaces, different pitches, different opposition? Have we got to be smarter? Is the manager going to think slightly differently? And this is not a criticism, it's just an observation. Stevie and Davey can chip in.
Oh, he's got to think a wee bit different. He's got to think out the box sometimes. Sometimes you can see what he's doing is not working. So you've got to have a plan B, haven't you? Sometimes he's got to be different. He's got to maybe come out sometimes, try something different, try anything. But and you're being nice, Ox. You're being nice to Big Phil. But I've got to say, I like him. I can't wait the summer comes and he spends a few bob and brings good guys in and whatever. But some of the things he's done, I mean, starting with Scott Wright in games and stuff like that. And there's been a couple of wee bits and bobs where I'm saying, come on, man, what's happening here? I can only agree. It's a small criticism I've got to him. I'm behind him 110%, I've got to say.
David?
I'm 100% what Stevie just said. It's I don't want to put the onus on him. I think it's down to the players that we've got to do. He can't go out and play for them. Same as changed. I mean, he could tell them that I don't see it being. We do square the ball lately, but I think that's just because of the players we've got. But the players in front of the back four and all in the middle, they're letting them down big time. So I mean, if they're passing it about and they're gaining the ball's just coming back to them. I mean, you see it all the time in the last 3 games. When they get it in the midfield, it goes back again to the full-backs and the centre halves. That's no the way forward.
Aye, too many negative passes sometimes. The centre halves in that touch the ball far too much for me. And especially with John Lundstrom in beside them, the 3 of them touch the ball far too much. It just lets teams get set up when they're trying to stifle the game. Southside, you come in.
Listen, I think he's probably made a couple of mistakes with team selections in certain times, but he's been trying to solve the puzzle since he came in. I think we've had to rely on players because we couldn't really change them at certain times. I think the system will be better probably next year when he's got probably the type of players that he wants to sign. And I just judged Diamondi and Cortez, although we only seen him for a limited time, but I think he had something about him before his injury. And I think Diamondi's a decent player, and I think he'll get better. So if that's the type of player that he's bringing in, plus Cortez worked hard off the ball and chased back in it, and seemed a danger, and was quite happy to go and take his man on, no fear. Didn't worry about going so far, scoping the ball and passing it to somebody else. He was direct. And I think Diamondi's been decent in this team. So I think going with A2, I think he'll probably get more right than Ryan. But I think he said to go with the squad, and I think Sterling was a waste of time playing wide right on Sunday. He wasn't creating nothing. He works hard, he'll shut down, he'll go into challenges, but when you want him on the ball and go and do something a wee bit of trickery or get a decent pass across the box or whatever, it wasn't there. And on the other side, Silva was the same. But that's what he's having to work with. at the moment. So once we get proper players, he wants to sign, and I think the system might be a wee bit, teams could work us out, but I think with better players it'll be more fluent, quicker, faster, and I think it would probably work. But I still think you need a plan B at times as well, Ox.
Aye. The plan B's got to be at times, mate. You have to change, because these negative teams, Southside, they'll just set up to stifle you if they know exactly what you're going to do all the time.
Aye, and let's be honest, us passing the ball down the line and crossing into the box, it's not been very fruitful for us, is it? So there's no point in doing that against teams that are set up sitting in and with three big centre backs sitting across the defence. I mean, we'll get Dessers that will be going in there to try and header a ball. You might say Cantwell might get himself in the box. You might say Silva maybe get himself in the box if he's playing on the left. So where's the danger in the air for that? We're not going to score. Same as the corners we got on Sunday. You could hear people mumbling round about as well. We're not going to score for this, are we? Because we're never looked dangerous for a corner. So we need players that can pick the ball up through the lines in that and go and commit players. Try and play 1-2s or go and take them on and commit them. Take players out of position and not leave them just sitting in their usual position. So just lumping the ball in for the wing isn't really good for us because we don't really have anybody in there. We've not got a Mark Catley, Derek Johnston or anything like that we normally can go and header a ball. We've not got that type of centre forward. So we'd have to open them up by playing through them. And we need to get football players on the ball to do that.
Yeah.
Stevie?
I can only agree with everything he says. I mean, see corner kicks. I mean, how many times have we brought that up about corners? We're just absolutely no threat. We'd as well take a short corner and just starting again. But what did they do at Murray Park? It bewilders me. Is there nothing they could do? Come up with a wee workout, do something different, man. To try something with a bit of swagger. There's nothing there. I don't know. On some of the tactics, I totally agree. I said it myself. It's just the same old, same old. People know how we set up. They know that Tav takes every free kick, every corner kick, every throw-in. It's just the same old, same old. Nothing changes.
I put it out there and I'll say it again, mate. Big Phil's got my number. Gives me a ring. I'll go up to a session.
Mm-hmm.
They take us, they laughs. Just have to.
Sorry, mate. I was just that Mason Munn, the boy, the goalkeeper. What a save he had there, by the way. You talk about Jack Putland saves this season. That was an absolute amazing save. Ball was getting in top corner. 3 minutes plus injury time.
Okay. David, we just want the team to improve, yeah, and get better. And work out the puzzle that he mentions better.
Yeah, 100%. The thing is, I've noticed, I never seen the Ross County game because I was flying out that day. I never seen the Dundee game. But I felt the game on Sunday, St Mirren were never stopped running. To them, they've got where they wanted to get in the top six. But we looked the opposite, and they were up for that game. We just weren't up for it. That's a baffling bit for me. And they were harassing and running their guts out. We weren't doing it, and I don't get it. At this point of the season, I can't understand that one.
David, there's not enough players winning their personal battles on the park. We know we play as a team, but you need to win your personal battles. And in the Rangers team, at times, I thought St Mirren players were kind of, no bullying us, but they seem to be winning everything and getting in and haggling and they were lying, scratching and cheating. And I don't see that in our players. I don't see that. And I've said that away last year. Guile, fight, determination, get you on the line, gone to Motherwell, St Johnstone, places like that. You don't get to play silky soccer. And we've not got enough. We used to beat teams in the tunnel before we came out. Who's looking out at that Rangers team saying, I don't fancy a bit of ham? They're all nice. Two nice guys. or they don't kick anybody, or they don't. They're just nice guys. I'm looking for a bit of fight.
Maybe a modern football as well, Stevie. You know, the game has changed.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, every team's got somebody that's a right dirty player on it, apart from us, man. Who's your dirty player? Who does the dirty side of the game for us?
But if you look at the top side in English, you know, they've got guys who have got a physical presence, Rice and Rodri, but they can play. But they can win the ball back and they can play. And they're the pivot of the teams. Southside.
And money. I'm looking for a bear. I'm looking for us to sign it. I know you might jump on this, right? But we've lost our identity. I think suitors about the whole Rangers supporter on the team. We need to get back, maybe get a couple of bears in that team that can even do the dirty side of the game. Doesn't it?
They've got to be able to play, Stevie. They've got to be able to play.
I know that. I understand that. There is bears out there that can actually play. You know, it's all about money.
Southside.
We've got a lot of Rangers supporters, players that are actually there in the B team and around about that we've got, you know, and they still can't get a game, and they would show heart and desire, but you've got to be good enough, but you've also got to be given a chance. And at this time in the season, it's not going to happen. You know, we've said it on here umpteen times. If you look at certain players now, and you're saying, well, would you be better off? I know he's no fit, but if you were saying when Lowry was playing, or a Cole McKinnon, or anybody else you want to mention that's had a chance, but we're going for a title. I mean, the pressure's already on this team without putting on a young boy. But
I get that,
you know, but at the same time, the pressure went on to young Ross McCausland the minute he walked into that Rangers team. Ross McCausland was only playing B team football and playing in the Lowland League. His contract was running out, and by the chance of Lovelace getting injured, he got in the team, and I'm just getting slaughtered off people. Listen, he's a young boy. He's going to have mistakes. He's going to dip in form. He's took a bad injury. The performance levels he's had to go in and play at has been massive for him. And I hope in time he'll develop and he'll learn for the experience. And I don't expect him to start next season, but I'd like to see him get some game time because he's been about the first team. But I want Clement to build a team, and that young boy could go in the next year or two and be a right good player for us. But we've got to give him time, and can't be too harsh on him all the time. Plus, he's a right good blue nose. You know, he wants to do well. It's not like he's coming here and doesn't care. So, but other boys, we've got to try and find a pathway for some of our younger boys. We can't keep going and buying or saying, well, Lennon Miller's a good player at Motherwell. He's played all these games. Let's go and buy him. Everybody's using him as an example. You know, we've got Bailey Rice in there. But Bailey Rice has only played nine games since January because this B team don't play any football, best three best. So all these boys are sitting in limbo. And how are they getting games of football?
That's a whole debate.
But you've got to bring the boys on, Ox. They've got to be playing to try and get them into the first team, playing competitive football.
Southside, I agree with you says, right? You try to tell me we've not got a boy in that B team that can run about and do what Fabio Silver's do, or Scott Wright. Come on, man. Big Clement.
There's 2 out of 4 on the panel tonight to give it Fabio Silver and Scott Wright do.
Oh, Davey. I'm telling you. I mean, listen, Sunday we played with 10 men, man. Fabio Silver contributed absolutely nothing. You try to tell me a young boy in the B team wouldn't give you even more legs in him, more running in him, more tackling in him, fighting him. Come on, man. I agree with you, but it's just the time of the business end of the season where he's no one to take a risk and put flinging a young boy, and we get that. But it's frustrating, man, when you're watching £35 million tag players running about doing absolutely hee-haw. He was an empty shell suit, that's all he was. An empty strip.
And then we brought one mate on Scott, no offence to him. Yeah, I know he's not played much football. I think I read a stat outside that he's only completed 590 minutes for us the whole time he's been with us, mate.
Is it? He came on and sort of played on the right hand side. His first touch, he went on his ankle. I was like, no, he's not going to go off, is he? And I was actually it was either going out for a throw in or a corner, but it was actually ours. That St Mirren player kicked it out, but he gave them the decision. But when I seen him go on his ankle, I thought, oh no, here we go. Listen, he's another one. He didn't cost a lot. Thought we could maybe get a bit of potential out of him. We've tried the right hand side umpteen times, and it's no worked. And like we say, you're not going to fling young boys in at the business end of the season, but listen, we're going to have to spend money in the summer, and if we can try and promote any of these boys in and get a look at them in pre-season and try and put them in the team. I don't know what the score is with Raskin either. He's fell off a cliff and all. He's no been playing him. And see, to be honest, I look at Lundstrom and I look at Raskin and I'm thinking, well, the things that are positive on Raskin is he'll run, he'll harry, he chases, he tries to win balls. The only thing I had a fault on Raskin at times, as everybody did, was his passing. I could pick a lot more faults out in John Lundstrom than I could on Raskin. I just want energy in there. I want somebody to go and harass, win the ball, chase back, show energy. And we paid money for him. So is it worth trying him? Because other players aren't working. And I think he stays there because we see if Ryan Jack was fit, if he'd actually been fit, do you honestly think he would have come out and Jack would have went in there because that's the type of job he'd have done? No. I think he's only staying there because he's just that he's not got any other option. But I think Raskin, we'd well just put Raskin and Diamondi in there. Now try it, just try it, because it's watching him week in week out playing the horseshoe man's doing nothing.
Bizarrely, mate, I don't disagree with some of your sentiments, but I think you'll go with the tried and trusted.
Well done, the young lads.
Right, it's Rangers win.
Under 18 Youth Cup, yes, good achievement for them, Southside.
Brilliant.
Aye, it's good for the young boys, a bit of silverware. It's good for the club as well, and the support, and there's a fair wee turnout of Rangers fans there as well, so it's good to see the young boys win a wee trophy. And what a wonder save for that boy Mason Munn. What a save that was, mate, if you get a chance to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And did you see the crowd there? Did you see who was in the crowd there, Southside?
I just missed it, actually. I was looking, no, I didn't, but I could imagine when you're laughing. Was it Gary Neville?
No. Aye, Gary Neville, yes, it was.
Aye, Gary Neville, was it? Right, aye, I get you.
And the big ginger ninja was there and all.
Aye, there were a few of them.
Usual crew, all the usual bells. They were all there.
Good result for the boys, Davey.
Yeah, where was it played? Hampden,
aye.
Brilliant. Aye, that's good. Good stuff. Brilliant stuff.
Aye, good to see the young boys picking up silverware and return full attention for the rest of the night. He was updated with the latest now, Stevie. You can put that on full screen on your telly now.
Oh no, my TV's up to date. I can go half and half screens and all that, and just let's say the old Fire Stick does me. It's unbelievable what you get these days. You want a German dwarf jumping off a wardrobe, it's all there.
Just don't tell me who goes out and race across the world. I quite like that.
Stopwatch.
Oh, a stopwatch. I wish I could tell it.
Nah, I'll not be happy if you do that, honestly. He's wishing he hadn't said it. 6 months, a long time, mate.
For any man. No comment. Right, okay.
One stage suitcases come back with customs.
Oh dear. Right, we're going to the tune in a couple of minutes. What are you hoping for the night? An uplifting number? We have an anchor, something like that, Southside?
Oh, I remember that one, aye. Something a wee bit uplifting, aye.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go
right,
for it.
If you don't mind.
Well, we've got the drum chapel musician on the night. Oh, so he's got to be something.
Oh, he's played live. He's played live on Rangers Radio in the past.
That's correct. And can I just put it out there, for not a penny, did I no take?
No, we never charges any money, no. Right, get yourself a mute, because we're going to have a tune.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
We're all back, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Obviously, we've dissected the team, but we've not got a lot of options. When you're looking forward areas, we are light Southsider.
Aye, we know we are. We've known that since January, haven't we, to be honest? It's about the wingers and the midfielders contributing as well, Ox. They've got to get on the score sheet. We need goals for midfield as well. Any time of the season, every team, every year, we should be looking for our midfielders to chip in with some goals. But we're light up front. We're relying on CD9. And he's got 20 goals in all competitions. And it looks like he'll be the focal point to the end of the season. And depending on who's in form or what he thinks, probably have to try and get Matondo back into some type of form or get him be impacting again like he did and chip in. But I think we've got to create chances, Ox, and I think that's been a bit of a problem. Midfield, when we get out to the wings and up to the striker who'll be starved on Sunday, we need to get creating chances. We need bodies for midfield and the wingers to get either inside and play 1-2s and create, and that's what seems to have been the issue at the moment. But hopefully it will change come Sunday and we'll hit a better form, because when we first came in and we were playing, the team were doing really well, and it's a wee bit just come off the rails a wee bit, but there's no reason why you can't get it back together again.
Stevie?
I've just got to look. Every game's a cup final, and we've just got to draw a line, dig our heels in. The players that we know we're short up front. I mean, I've said it the other night, but you're playing with guys like Fabio Silva. And I don't want to keep saying it, but you're playing with 10 men. We've just got to, with the resources we've got, we've just got to dig deep we've got to show more fight desire and a wee bit, try and be a wee bit more forward thinking. See that Horseshoes, my wingman keeps talking about, is an absolute killer. And of course, we're paying £33 for the privilege of that every week. You know, I just think we've got to be better. We've got to show a wee bit more determination, a bit more fight, and we've got to keep running. Every goal matters. I mean, Tom Lawrence, say what you want. I mean, that ball, a big guy ran the full length of the park to get back to clear that. And for me, Tom Lawrence, man, that should have been in the net. There's no excuse for that. And every goal matters now in the business end of the season. We'll just go to dig in. The support.
Carry on, Stevie.
I'm just saying the support are with him, you know, no matter how rank rotten we all think they are and whatever, the support, the Rangers end will be full. And I've got to say, it was a good wee sing-song down there. I know you don't hear it at the telly, but the boys sang the his head and it was absolutely fantastic. I'll go to take my hat after the trips again.
Well, another frustrating when you see the hundreds, maybe thousands empty seats all over the stadium and people can't get in. I just can't get my head around it, you know. Is that the first game he's ever been at when the ball boy's been sent off Southside?
Aye. I don't know. That mob across the city, their ball boys like to do a bit of that and all, just when it suits them. These deflated boys, what's happening here, Ox? No, nobody's mentioning this. Again on Sunday, there's a problem with the footballs that they're using.
Are we talking about the football, some of the panellists here?
No, footballs, actually, that they were trying to use in the game. That's 2 games in a... Well, I don't know. I've only seen us notice it. I've only noticed it in the last twice. Dundee and then there on Sunday, same problem. So I don't see it affect. I've not noticed it affecting any other games, you know.
Southside. That's not happened in any other games. That's only happened in 2 Rangers games. All of a sudden, it's happened 2 games in a trot. Do you think that's just coincidence?
Aye, coincidence not.
How would you fix the forward? How would you fix the forward line with the kids we've got at the moment, Davey?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's with the kids that we've got. I think actually, we've really went back a wee bit since Seamer went away on international duty and then he got nobbled. He was flying, that guy. He was flying. And when he was on his game, he just seemed to encourage everybody else. And the other wee boy, is it Cortez?
Cortez, aye.
Aye. I mean, they were exceptional. And that's been taken out of our sort of way of playing. And it just seems to be, we're just not being able to find the right sort of combinations in there. And I think it's what you're all saying. There's quite a few of them. I just think they've done tools. I mean, they're talking about Longstream going away. I mean, Barisic can go any time with me, but I just feel that there's something going on inside the dressing room to all of a sudden just sort of falter at the last hurdle, you know, which is incredible.
What would you do the weekend? I don't know who's going to be available Southside, just quickly. I mean, I think Dessers will have to start in the number 9 role. I think that's a given. And he's got 20 goals without penalty kicks. So if you take his return at 20 goals, if he'd have scored his 20 goals differently, for instance, if he'd have scored the one from through Park Keaton that goes and changes a game and he gets a goal against them at Ibrox, you know, as part of his 20, you're looking at it differently, you know.
Aye, listen, the one up there was the one that, how he never got a shot off right, it's unbelievable. Listen, he's got 20 goals. Is he a complete player? No. Will he probably have a future? Don't think so. Does most of the support take to him? No. But he's still in the Rangers jersey and he's got 20 goals. And he shows a bit of heart and effort. Might not be the complete article at all, but listen, he's the only guy we've got. Can't put Roof up there. Roof's been on and we've all said that when you get him on the park and he's fit, he'll score goals. Well, he's been on a few times and he's not contributed at all. So Dessers is the number 9, and if you put Silva through there, Silva doesn't get into the chances, into creating the chances that Dessers gets. When he's been in the number 9, he seems to get all the chances, and hopefully he'll just start to connect with more and score more. That's all we're looking for. And if that'd been Dessers that shot and it wasn't Tom Lawrence, man, people would have been howling on here. And you said in Davey about Barisic, and you probably didn't hear. See, when we conceded that goal on Sunday, Borna was the only Rangers player that told the rest of the players to lift it. The only player. A guy who's leaving our club. And every one of the players walked up to that halfway line with their head down. And for me, that's not acceptable. And that players should be taking responsibility. You expect Cantwell to say something. Suter should be saying something. All the players should, at least 3 or 4 of them should have been saying something to each other. Even Balogun and Tav, Nebdi Davy. I watched them. And that's no good enough for our club when we concede a goal and all our heads get down and we just walk up to the halfway line and nobody's saying anything to anybody else. Borna Barisic, who gets slaughtered on here, was telling the rest of them to come on, let's get up here. We need to get lift this. So that's what I seen on Sunday, Davey, and I don't think that's acceptable, mate, for a Rangers team. Listen, they probably didn't believe they could get themselves into this position, right? They probably didn't when they first came in. We come on. When they looked at the table, they thought, right, we need to show something for this manager. And we steadily chipped away. And we were playing decent to a point. Maybe the mentality shifted because maybe some of them are thinking, and they maybe can't handle this mentally to get it over the line. But they'll need to. And they need to show. I just want effort, fight and passion, Davey. And if you don't play well, at least you've stuck in the day for the team. That's all we're looking for. And if you do that, then you'll maybe get results. You'll get a break and you'll get a chance to score.
Sounds like a night in with Davies Windy cleaner. Effort.
I like it. But against you side, you've got to have the right players to do that. And we've not got the players, so that's not going to happen.
Well,
you know what I mean? You can't just turn a player into a passionate, once he gets stuck in player if he's no got that.
Well, see, if they've not got it, David, they shouldn't be at our club.
Exactly.
That's it. They shouldn't be at our club. But the standards get driven by the people like it's meant to be Tav, Golson, although he wasn't on the park. So you'd expect Balogun to take a leadership role. Suter should be telling them. And Lundstrom. Diamandi's a new boy. Cantwell should have a bit about him. Sterling, I think's got a bit about him mentality-wise, but he was just played out of position and was no good. Silva, we've seen what he can do. He didn't have a good game, and Dessers was up front. It should be demanded. The players have got to demand it for each other if they're not even playing well. But you've got to at least compete, Davey, and we've been ran off the park by Dundee, Ross County, and now St Mirren. Tried harder, ran more than we did, and that's not acceptable for a Rangers team. No way is that acceptable for the players, so they better buck up their ideas, man.
I know what you're saying, and I agree with you to a point, Suicide, but I'm listening to you. You'd be definitely made a good manager with your points. But come on, I'll not come out like that. I'm not like to say they're throwing him under the bus, but I don't think he's ruthless enough in his pre-match, after the game comments. He's too nicey for me.
You've got to watch the media things. A difficult job. You're on a no-win situation. If you throw the whole dressing room under the bus, the manager usually loses in these situations. Right, come and join us. 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you. Stevie, question for you, mate.
Keep it clean.
Does Golson come back for the weekend for Stevie back?
For me, no. Nope.
Why not?
Because I just think Big Balogun's just the way it is. I just think Big Balogun's doing all right. I know he'd get caught a couple of times, but I just think Big Balogun's better than Eleanor. Golson's been woeful. Let's be honest. He should have been hooked a long time ago before that. No? And that's it. Listen, he's a vice-captain. Longevity. He's been a good servant for the club and all that, but he should have been hooked a long time ago. He really should have. I would just leave Big Balogun in there. Can I say something, Knox? I really enjoyed my wingman's rant there. I really did enjoy it because I heard the passion in his voice, right? And Southside does like that. He's very passionate about my club. And I don't think there's enough passion about my club. Do you know what I would do if I was from Clermont before we play them in the Chamber of Secrets? I would be phoning Ian McCall that runs the Founders Trail, and I'd be taking that team, running that Founders Trail and showing them what our club's based on, why our support's so passionate, and educating them on fight and desire and blood, guts and determination, which all the great Rangers teams have showed over the years. I would be taking them Brundy Graves, Mr. Struth, Walter Smith, everything, learning them the week before that, the Monday, taking them round all the graves and then taking them up to that museum and letting them see it again and say, see this Saturday, geese everything. Or if the game's on the Sunday, just geese everything you've got. Win this game, and the pendulum swings back to us. There's no enough passion. Everything's on nicey. Nobody's grabbing anybody. Nobody's showing nothing. No grit, determination, nothing. And I really enjoyed my wingman's wee rant there because you could hear it in his voice about the passion for the club.
Aye. Listen, we might be critical, but we just want the team collectively to do better. As we said, come and join us. Give us your thoughts. Would you bring Golson back? That's the question I'm giving to the listeners. What's your thoughts, Southside?
Now, if you look at that, probably, if we say, is he the best defender, although he was off form, is he the best defender at our club? Balogun came in, had a good game. He did. Listen, I seen Balogun do two things on Sunday that I don't think that I seen Connor Golson do, and that was win a ball in the middle of the park when he slid in and knocked it forward, and I can't remember who it went to, into a Rangers player, and it put us up the park. He made that sort of error. He didn't judge the run of the boy, and he got himself back and made a great tackle in the box. The thing about Clermont, as he said, he's probably right. He rested him. I've got a feeling he might bring him back. I wouldn't personally. I think you could go into the Kilmarnock game. I think it would suit Balogun because I think they'll play Marley Watkins or whatever. They've got players that are decent in there. The other boy, I can't remember his name, it plays up front and all, is half decent. And I think they've got that Louis Moult into it. Can he get in their team? So I think aerial-wise, they might make a lot of balls in your box socks, and I think Balogun probably deserves to stay in the team for the game coming up.
Davey?
No chance. And I know this will probably offend a lot of people like that guy. I can't stand him. See, after that remark he made after the Hibs game that we were doing 3-0, and we knew we couldn't win. That one right out the window for me with that guy. Whether he's got good games or he's not a good defender either. He's a ball watcher. He gets caught all the time. And that's where we've got to change the system. And that's where that back four's got to get changed. Because if we keep giving the goals away, this is going to keep repeating itself. But no, Golson for me, nah. 4-year contract, load of rubbish.
Well, that's a whole different question to you. Nobody's bringing them back. Well, Southside, you think the manager will, but you would do. Is that fair?
Listen, you've got to think ahead as well. If he doesn't play him in this game coming up on Sunday, I don't think he throws him in the following Sunday. I think we'd have to give him a game. So it's down to the manager if he brings him back or no, because he used the reference. We say he was trapped, right? We'll all say he was trapped because that's what happened. He didn't get rested for a semi-final, you know. And if he wanted to rest him, then he didn't trust Leon King to come in and play at Dundee to give him a rest. So he dropped him through his form. But you're talking about looking at that game the following week, Stevie and all. he might want to change it. I don't know. It'll be down to him, but I think if he does change it on Sunday and Golson starts, that's because he's going to play him up there the following week.
Aye, but see if he doesn't play him and he sticks with Balogun, mate, there's nothing stopping him having a bounce game at Murray Park or the Rangers training centre, and maybe flinging him in the Celtic game or all. They might do that.
But if Balogun plays well, then you'll probably think he deserves to keep him. You look at, you know yourself, it'll be tactical wise, right, we'll think of. And listen, we all know Connor Golson's he's lacked in the last number of weeks, but he's been there all the time, and maybe Clement will change it just because of the phrase he used. I dropped him to give him some rest time, so I've given him 2 weeks. Now it's time to bring him back. But it'll be up to the manager. It'll be his decision. You live and die by your results and performance, so it's up to the manager. It's a big call for him, but it was a big call to drop him because not a lot of managers have done it in the past. Virtually nobody since they've been there. So he said 2 big calls. He's took Cantwell off and he's dropped Golson. So he's no loyalty in them, is he?
I'll tell you what.
No.
See if he doesn't play when we get beat, they'll say you should have played Golson. And see if he does play and he sells the jerseys, he makes a mistake, he's a terrible game, they'll say you should have played Balogun. So he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, mate.
Good shout, Stevie, but what I will say is I didn't think Suter was particularly great under the ball in the air defending at the weekend, mate. And that, but I don't think you can blame it on being the right side of the pitch for getting caught under the ball. Stevie?
Aye, no, big shooter, big soap. He's been. There's games he's absolutely brilliant, solid, and then he's got that mistake in him, isn't he? I mean, we've seen a couple of wee hiccups at Hampden, didn't we, against Hearts? And then he gets caught a couple of times. Look, we know what he is. And by the way, I'm going to say, I never thought he would play so many games this year. There you go, because he has been injury prone, and fair play to the big man. He's starting to got a steady run under his belt, but we just need him to stay focused for that 90 minutes because he has got a wee dopey mistake in him, man.
David?
Aye, well, I've seen what I'm going to say about that, guys. Look, Oaks, I'm going to bail out tonight and let you guys carry on, let somebody else come in. I think that's my suitcases out the door there. I think it's the wife's packed them up.
Not the first time the wife's packed your suitcases at the door, Davey.
Anyway, it's always a pleasure to hear you guys. The one thing is we've got to keep believing, which we all do, and that'll never change. We all want the best for Rangers, and I'm quietly confident if we can see out the season, we won the League Cup. Hopefully we'll get a Scottish Cup. We'll need to up our game. The league's not away yet, so it's still in the balance. So let's just keep believing, guys. So good night, folks, and God bless the Gers, and stay safe. Good night, guys.
Cheers, brah. Cheers, brah.
Good night, Davey.
Oaks.
Yes, mate.
See, the thing is, I mean, I know we've talked about defence and centre backs, right? It's no really. They've been a wee bit loose at times, but it's the problem been in the last few weeks is chance creation, peppering the goal, making goalies make saves. I mean, Seamer ran through twice at Dundee, and the first time he should score. You know, no matter what, he should score. It was a bad miss. And goals shine.
The weekend, I know, shouldn't he? First off.
Aye, and that's what we're missing. But we've not been saying after half time in a game, by the way, we could have been 2 or 3 up there if it wasn't for their goalkeeper. You know, we've not been doing that. We've not been creating any chances. So the midfield, and he needs to get whoever's playing wide now right. They need to start contributing and getting in the game, because we'd one out wide left and one out wide right on Sunday, and the two of them were ineffective in the first 45 minutes, and that's not good enough. You know, he needs to get, something has to change, and I know he's struggling with personnel and stuff, but something has to give. You need to get somebody else in there, maybe even try Tom Lawrence wide, sort of slightly left, where he can come in and maybe link to play. He's got a football brain. You know, he's a decent football player. I know he's no produced at times, but you need to try something different. If you're saying Silva's no good and Matondo's no fit, then you'll need to come up with some other solution. I would think maybe Tom Lawrence slightly out left, where he can come in and link up the play.
All right. Solution for the left and solution for the Albert position. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, they're turned into a couple of problem areas, left and right. Obviously, Cortez had come in and he was starting to fill one. I don't think, but we're doing this boy Sterling in a game at Ibrox when we're looking to go forward. It's not his natural position, playing wide either side. So these two positions, bizarrely, Steve, have turned into a bit of an issue.
Aye. I don't like Big Sterling playing out wide. It's got to be the middle of the park for me, Ox. 100%. We've stumbled or something. And you've just got to go with it. For me, you've just got to go with it, run with it. We need pace and power. Games are won and lost in the midfield, aren't they? Many times have we said that. And sometimes I think our players are getting overrun in the midfield, some games. I don't think Diamandi's strong enough. I don't think the big Hingme fella's fast enough. The big, what do you call him? Laustrom. I don't think he's fast enough. And Diamandi's he's no yet full out for me, powerful enough. That big man should be in that midfield. He runs all day, he's got an engine and everything else. That's one of the positions for me anyway. I really hope that sense, just that common sense, everybody can see it. The big man's no good playing out wide.
Who would you start on the left at the weekend? Southside. I know it's a bit early to start talking about it, but what would you go for?
Tom Lawrence.
Definitely. Is that it?
I think I would die. I'd try it. I mean, he's clever. And I think try to link up the left side with Diamandi. Sort of feeding them and try to run after him. I think two of them could maybe do something, and Tom Lawrence can also cut inside and just try something different. Silva's not working, and Matondo's been out by a knock, and unless he can start producing, but to stick Matondo out there, then you've got to feed him the ball, and you've got to be putting him in the game a winger. Listen, Scott Wright, it's a sad indictment that we're really struggling, and Scott Wright can't get in this team on a regular basis and try and put in some performances, So that just proves that it's probably time for him to go and find a club in the summer. And I think Clement should do the honourable thing, because he should be a regular in this team. They might be ravaged by injuries. We're playing right back, Sterling out there, playing McCausland, who's actually plays more inside midfield, like a number 10 or in the midfield, and tried him out there. And Scott Wright, can he get a regular game in that team? So I'd go with Tom Lawrence, mate, just for trying something different.
I've been asked if you're visiting Craig Duke, or have you got a parade on Friday night? Will you be visiting, Stevie?
I've got a parade, aye.
Okay, so you will be there. Yeah, some of your fans are looking to see you.
I don't know about fans, they're coming to throw bricks.
Maybe outside that.
Aye, not be the first time you said to duck for one of them, is it?
What do you mean, duck? I stick a heat on them. No problem, man. Come on, Big John McClellan, duck you go. Here, read a lot back. Fighting desire, it's called.
All school blew a poll on Facebook earlier on, just social media, to see how it was going, and 58% of people wanted to keep VAR. That's actually surprised me, Southside.
Well, aye and no. I mean, VAR's, well, if it wasn't for VAR, we wouldn't have got the penalty against him at Ibrox because Beaton was booking one of your players for diving. You know, listen, it's just, we've seen horror decisions all season and for all different teams in this league, right? We've seen it. You've seen some of them. One of the worst I seen was Hibs against Ross County, man. It was it was laughable they didn't give a penalty. It was unbelievable. You couldn't know give it. Everybody said it was a penalty by whoever was in the VAR team and the referee. So you see nonsense like that, it just makes you laugh. But we've got the Disney version of VAR, and we've got the comedians and that are actually in there doing it. But you need proper people that know the rules of the game, and it's meant to be referees who are actually on the park at times and then giving them the chance in VAR, and they're still coming up with the same nonsense. So something has to give, Ox. And I think offside and all that, it used to be if you were level, you were onside. Now it's a toe and all that, and you're offside, or your fingers offside and all that. You need to get that back to make that a bit clearer as well. And I would say teams like Motherwell, VAR better go and get a better camera angle in their stadium and all, because you've got VAR and they're doing it for miles back in the main stand. They're not even further up the park, putting the camera up there. They're guessing, and then they were guessing it again just the other week when it wasn't working. No, so I think it's good, but it certainly needs to be improved by the people that's running it and making these decisions. And I don't know how they change it. I don't know whether you take a panel and they know how VAR works and you let them decide VAR and you take it away from other referees that referee the game. Just do it as somebody that knows how VAR works, and they'll just do it right, and that'll be the end of it.
See, for me, VAR's a good thing. It's human error. It's human error. It's how they're looking at it. Look, I'm sick of beating around the bush here, right? That mob there, you know who I'm talking about, all the officials, you know, all the ones that are Celtic minded, you know, all the ones that are teachers in Catholic schools and everything else. The bottom line for me is, you take a 40, that what can't speak can't lie. That's the 40. But if you turn it round or move it to the side and draw a line and do that, it's human error. It's human error. It's ruining it. No VAR. VAR's there to be used as a tool. It's how people are using it, Southside. 100%. And I can guarantee you 70-80% of the time it'll always run against us. Always go against us because of who's interpreting it in the confession box and VAR.
So I've been told, we got a message back from the guy originally. He said he will have some tequila or rose in the bass drum ready for when you're finished.
Oh, I can't knock that back. Tell him I'll be there early.
Oh dear. And somebody started a Just Giving page to get your £33 back for Sunday, Mickey.
Tell them it's 66 because I had to pay for Jamba's ticket or not.
Oh dear. We'll see if it goes past the 100%. He's cracked it, Southside.
Aye. No, it was good to see the big game, get to the game and that as usual. It's been a long slog this season. There's 15,000's applied for, what is it, 674 about, or something like that, tickets.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be thousands of seats on that ground, mate. Thousands that day.
Yeah.
Aye, I know. Yep. Must be up against, but you know, the demand's phenomenal. You know, 15,000's applied. Even normally, I think if they gave us a full stand like they used to, I think it was that odd, I think about 3,500, 4,000. If they gave us a full stand, but I can't be. Aye, so, but aye, it'll be the 500 or 600 tickets that we're getting for the last game of the season. So hopefully we'll get one.
Speaking of, becomes a full-time job. Tickets for away games, doesn't it? Because there's never enough to get in. Never.
Terrible. That's all I'm going to say. Sick of it. Absolutely Scottish football hating itself to death. Sick of it. Absolute sick of it. Hearts moaned about half the tickets for the semi-final. Had to horn money back, 5,000.
Nah, something like that.
Which tells you the same story. And now they're giving 600 tickets for Tynecastle and the whole place will be empty. Absolute disgrace. And one of the games, a couple of years back, I was in the Hearts End and this guy said to me, Gorgie Rule, mate. Gorgie Rule, he says to me, because he heard my Glaswegian accent. And I said, would you say you're a Gorgie too? And that's exactly what they are, by the way. What they're doing with tickets, they're just hating themselves to death. And it's time Scottish football woke up, try to make a product a bit better. Thank God I'm a bear. Thanks, Da. Thanks, Da.
Right, come on. It's a phone-in show. We need you to phone in. 0141 356 1972. Come and join us, give your thoughts on anything Rangers related, We're going to step forward sort of to tomorrow, just because you used to find upstanding gentlemen on. Obviously, it's slightly before my time, but go back 25 years to 1999. A famous victory. It's hard to believe it was 25 years ago already. Southside 3-0 at their place to win the league title.
Aye, that was some night. That was so. It was up there. So it was in the old huddle getting done and all, wasn't it, with the players, and then they were getting pelted with all sorts going off the park. But Bears were bouncing in that, and it's not often you can win the league up there, is it? It's not happened, I think, in my lifetime up until I was there that time. So, it was a great day. Neil McCann.
Double.
Aye.
Big Alberts.
Big Alberts. Dallas scalped with coins and that and whatever. The usual nonsense up there. But it was a great day. Is that what it was 25 years ago?
Tomorrow. 25 years. Hard to believe, Steve, yeah.
Boys, can you remember the joke it was at that time? Remember the Celtic fan fell for the top tier to the bottom tier? See when he was lying in a trolley up in the Western Infirmary, and somebody said to him, "Oh my God, have you seen the surgeon?" The boy says, "I never even seen the second one." Aye, that was true. He fell for the top tier to the bottom, mind. And all Hugh Dallas, did he not get hit?
Southside, that just proves something. It's the way you tell them, innit?
Aye, Dallas gets scudded in that with a coin and that. But we battered them that day up there, and that's what it's about. It's about the players that stand up and show character and get the job done. Football players now, they're a different breed, aren't they? Some don't even like playing the game. They just play it because they're talented. You'd want to, I don't get mentality of players that just sit and see their contract out just because they're on big money. You think you'd want to play for the team, and if no, you'd want to move away and go and play football somewhere else. But nah, a lot of them are prepared to sit. But no, I think Clement now knows as well, mate. You need to get right type of players going forward. I think he needs to know the mentality's got to be right in that. And that team back then had the mentality, all the players. Neil McCann was a great player for us. He played out wide, but he was a great football player and done a job. I remember him scoring that one. He ran round the back of the goal and all that. Round the Rangers end. It was brilliant.
Oh, he was getting dogs abused. I mean, I couldn't believe it. He actually got hurt near enough with a pound coin. Where did he get a pound coin from?
Was that the last time we played at 6? That was a 6 o'clock at night kick-off, wasn't it? Who thought that was a good idea?
I liked the 6 o'clock kick-offs back in the day, It was a long day in Aberdeen away, mind you, when it was 6 o'clock night kick-off. But no, I quite enjoyed day ones, to be honest, Ox.
I think that was a bank holiday weekend. And, it was a Sunday 6 o'clock. It was a bit of a recipe for disaster, and it turned out to be that because some people can't conduct themselves. We were all right, end, of course, Stevie.
Oof. Not guilty. I was there, by the way, for all the listeners. Nothing to do with me. I can't tell you I can tell the listeners that me and Southside were getting off a bus one day to set about 500 casuals because we're full of the chop port and the tequila rose, correct?
That chop port does weird and wonderful things to people, doesn't it?
The copper says to me, "Mary, you got the chippy biggin." The fate for Rangers, eh? I'll tell you what. Clement should give some of the players a night out with me in Southside. There you go, yourself, the Fox. Go up to Savoy with him and that. Show him about being a Bears all about camaraderie, passion. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't think the players would like that. Fox would have all a woman around them. They wouldn't like it, would they? Southside, would they?
No. So I was saying, he's Alan McGregor, isn't he, at Rangers Radio? He's got a song.
You can always set your watch for the Fox.
I knew you were going to say that. Aye, but no, listen, see, players don't have what the support have. The support have the heart and the desire and the love of the club. These players don't have it. Let's be honest, they don't get what we've got. And that's just unfortunate. And some of the boys, if you get them, they come through. Some of the players that maybe support the club, like in the past, like we Scotty Arfield and that, Ryan Jack and that, aye, they get it. But McGregor and that, but this group of players, and I thought, honestly, people like Tav and Golson, we should get it by now and show that mentality and have the mentality like we've seen in the past of players, even going back to Davy Weir, back to Richard Gough, John Brown and all that. Have character about you, have a bit of desire, a bit of heart, show something. And just like we've said on here, they're timid. They're just timid. I know football's changed, but at least you can go in for a 50-50 tackle. On Sunday, Tav pulled out one, so did Lundstrom. No? And you could hear the groan for the support, because...
Outside.
Aye, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's shocking, Stevie, that we're standing here even saying that tonight on the show. But we watch it with our own eyes.
Aye.
How
many times have you seen Big Golson ducking? Easter Road, ball hit right in his face. He ducks out the road and flies the top corner. I mean, there's other ones, It really is. They need to get their... Look, forget the money, forget trophies and play. They need to fight for the crowd, the Bears that are in that stadium. They need to fight for the boys in the stands and pay their wages.
Unfortunately, I think the game's changed. We would use the stick, but I think the modern manager is more carrot, if that makes sense. Southside.
Sorry, would you say about the end bit you said?
We would maybe use the stick, but the modern manager now has to use the carrot, doesn't he? Because of the
Aye, and players now all know take to managers probably shouting and bawling and that. Listen, I'd be disappointed if the players weren't shouting and bawling, or somebody wasn't shouting and bawling them after the Dundee game up there. I'd have expected players to be saying something. But I don't know what it's like in that dressing room, But you just think you've got chances here at going and winning a league title, winning a medal and being a league winner. So that should be enough motivation for you. This team, this squad has gave us hope because they got us into this position. Are they technically good enough? At the time, we weren't showing it, but we showed a runner for them. It just comes down to now having a bit about you, and hopefully all your players are trying to play with a bit of form. They know the style we should be playing. It's about them being on the ball and doing the right things. But we've not seen it. They're not creating. We're ravaged a bit with injuries, and we're losing Seamer when he was hoping to get a positive back. But it doesn't mean to say we should be showing the same heart, desire and effort as the team we're playing. And at the moment, the other three teams that I've said that we've faced have all showed that, apart from Hearts. In the league, we have been up against it for three teams that looked like they showed more effort in the heart, and that's not acceptable.
The 3 games, we could have lost a goal in the first minute, mate, again.
I Dundee one when the boy flashed that right by the post, and obviously Ross County had a chance and all that as well, and the flick that they got across the city, for Tav.
Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So Tav chased the ball down to the boy.
Mm-hmm. players are just doing things and you're not expecting them to do. But at the end of the day, we need to get into a better form, and the players need to show they can't be outworked on a football park. And that's what we've seen in the last 3 league games. We look like we've been outworked, and that ain't acceptable. And there's no excuse for it. They're playing 1 game a week, and they're only asked to go out there and run their heart out for 90 minutes in that jersey. That's what we asked them to do. Simple. It should be a given, mate. A given.
Aye. We too. I know you're blood and thunder guy, Stevie. It's everything's with a heart, but are we too simplistic? Is the game moved on? Are we looking for something that's not there anymore?
We keep saying this, the modern game, the game's changed and all that. Fighting desire does the change, Ox. For the teams your dad and my dad used to watch, right through to the 9 in a row team, right through to these, fighting desire does the change. Blood and guts, skiing, everything does the change. I get money changes, I get your strip changes and stadium and things move on and all the rest of it, but fighting desire does the, your
attitude, Stevie, is that just attitude? Is as simple as that?
Attitude, and we've no got it. There's nobody fearing us, Ox. There's nobody standing in the tunnel going, oh, look what I'm up against today. Whether it used to be like that. No, how? Because the fighting desire's not there. They know what Tav says in the programme. They know what Golson says at half-time in a Hibs game. They know how we're going to set up. No, listen, we just need to start ripping it up. This season coming, rip it up. Big Clement's got... I think he's got it. The big man's got it. He just needs to have a wee bit more. Tell them, no, a bit more grit and determination. Get out there and leave everything on the park. That, I mean, do the dirty side of the game a bit better. See, when you go 1 goal up and you've got 5 minutes to go, fling everything, kitchen sink, you throw yourself under motors, you put your head down at his foot, you give everything, you show everything. They're not doing that, Ox. They're just, there's no fighting desire. Southside summed it up for me. If a neutral was watching that game on Sunday, you would think it was St Mirren that was going for the league, not us. That sums it up.
So he said, we've slaughtered them. We've slaughtered the defence. We've slaughtered the midfield. We've had a pop at the forwards. We've known the goalkeepers, the man that gets past marks continuously. But we're still expecting these guys to go out and give everything they've got. It's all right critiquing the performance of the game because we can't say what's not there, but how do we get this blend back for Sunday so we get a springboard to go on and win more trophies?
I think it's down to the manager and the backroom staff to make sure that the players carry out the style of play, and if teams have worked it out, then fine. But we should be able to move the ball quicker, and we're at home on Sunday, and you've just got to make sure that whatever team he picks, I know we are struggling a bit out in the wide wings and that. So, and people will maybe not agree if I say we'll try Tom Lawrence out there and people want to maybe put Matondo out there, but something's got to change. I think I would have changed the midfield slightly. I would put Sterling right in the middle. I would stick Diamonde and I would probably find room for Raskin. That gives you legs and energy. And then you might, because see the 2 wingers at the moment, they're not doing anything. So then you might fit Cantwell in front of that and have Dessers. So well, left way, I'm forgetting to pick one more. I can't even remember. Picking the 3 in the mid. No,
Lawrence left. Yeah, Lawrence left. Yeah, Dessers through the middle. Who did you have right?
Well, probably nobody if I didn't really need. Well, Raskin could sort of. I want Raskin round about the midfield along beside Sterling, and so when Diamonde breaks or Raskin breaks, Sterling sits. But I've got legs. We can chase down. We can shut down. That's what I want to see. An energy in the midfield. No, and I think that's just something different instead of just being Lundstrom, Diamonde, and then we go, oh, we'll play Sterling out there. We'll try. I've said put Lawrence, but we'll play Matondo because he's fit, and then nothing comes here, and it's just drab, and nothing's happening. We need to win the midfield. We've got to control the midfield, and that controls the game. So I just think we need legs and energy in there. That's what I want to see, legs and energy. So, what's that? The 3 plus Lawrence and hopefully maybe Raskin can maybe go right to a time or shutdown, but maybe try and get Tav forward, and Raskin could maybe cover if Tav's gone down the line. No, so something like that, Ox, but we need energy, running about, shutting down, winning the ball back quick in the midfield for this Sunday onwards.
Playing devil's advocate, what we're seeing the Raskin at times, mate, he gets the ball, he does well, gets the ball, and then passes the opposition.
Aye, I get that, right? That's the criticism everybody will pull right out the now. Of course they will, and I'll say it myself, his passing was pretty atrocious. But he can get about the park. We've not seen him, so he might come in with a point to prove. So why not try it? Then stick with the same nonsense you're going to get on Sunday if it's not going great. And Kilmarnock or stuff, there's John Lundstrom picking the ball up, sitting back beside our back four and passing the ball across the park. And that's not good for us. Then we've got a big hole in the middle of the park, as you've seen. That's not good.
Yeah. Been telling you for quite a while.
Correct.
Yeah.
So let's get energy. Let's get into our midfield. Workers, people will graft, shut down and go forward. Something different, mate.
Grafters.
Mm-hmm.
Evie, me and you.
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
Yep. Listen, he says he drop goals and he gave him a rest. How can he not do that with Lundstrom and fling a big man in there? Well, I mean, it's just something different, man, because look, this is well, we can't afford to drop anything. So we need to get all out, legs, determination, fight, desire, everything here. And then, goal, big Lizzie Arnott, 2-0 to the Bears, 74 minutes. Magic, well done, big Lizzie.
Does that take us back to top of the league, or is that even?
I think we're top of the league tonight, yes.
A goal difference with that?
Yeah, we're 1 point ahead.
All right, okay. All right, we'll see if we get an update on that. Listen, you mentioned that word passion, desire, and all that, and I get it, and I get how people have been frustrated. I understand fully Southside, but it is time to get behind these boys because we want to get one push.
Of course, aye.
Ox, hold on a minute. Passion and desire. The Rangers fans give them at every game.
Aye, they do.
Rangers fans give that team passion, desire every game. The young boys, the Union Bears, they spend their money. They're there for the start, singing their hearts out as well as the old team and all. All the Rangers fans are there. No matter where they go all the world, we're sold out. All the world, we're there in numbers. Passion, desire, flinging everything at them. We want
I need your passport numbers. I've booked that villa.
Are we taking a stopwatch, man, because we need a cook?
Oh, you can come. The old
stopwatch will come in handy when he's cooking, won't it?
The mushroom burger, man.
Aye, mushroom burger. Brilliant.
Don't know about them. I don't like mushrooms, but aye.
Aye.
It's not much to ask, is it? Really? No.
Give us everything you've got.
Aye. I mean, the banner's been up. Everything from everyone. No, it's there, and these players just have to go and try and just get a bit of form back. But come on, I'll say on Sunday I wouldn't have had Sterling out in the right. I wouldn't have, and he didn't do nothing. And Silva, I respect him for taking him off when he did. He could have taken him off at half time. He could have made a few changes at half time, to be honest. But we just need these players to realise what's in front of them. I know they do, but they've got to want it. And all we're saying is when we go and we're sitting there giving everything for our team, and you're watching them, and we're second best to Ross County, Dundee and St Mirren on effort for our players. No wonder we're critical, Ox. No, but we'll support them all the time. But we're only pointing out that the heart and the desire doesn't look like it's there, and the hunger. You know, we need to get back to bossing it, being in top of teams, shutting them down early. Get back to the press we had when Clement first came in. We had it working good. So get back to that, and if we could get that back, then it'll be a good start. But we want to see effort, heart and desire on Sunday, without a question or a doubt, because we'll all be there on Sunday watching it, mate.
outside. Look at half the pies I've had to eat at the egg runs. That's heart and desire. Honestly. The team gives a fraction of what the Bells give them, man, will do all right. Listen, I'm the same as any of you on here. I don't like slaughtering the players. I don't like coming on and I hate it. I hate it because I love the team dearly. I follow them. I'm committed to them. Win, lose or draw, I'm there. They've got my loyalty. I love them to death. But we've got many games to go and we just need everything for them. We're asking them, look, forget your pie, forget your next move, where yous are gone. Give us Bears the last 5-6 games of your career. If you're gone, if you're staying, let's see what yous are made of. Come on, get out there and do it for the badge, man. The Bears out that stand.
He is very critical of the ones he loves. I'll just take you back to the start of the show when he had to go to the ball and he's outside.
I thought actually they had CD9 in his top 3, but he didn't. So,
right, well, gentlemen, we're getting close to that time of the evening. Just want to ask you have really mentioned that there's a word that, well, Stevie's heart and desire. You mentioned passion and attitude, Southside. We're just looking for that for this, as I said, this last push, because it is a last push, isn't it? 4 league games and a cup final, 5 cup finals. Give us everything you've got. Everything. Leave nothing out there. Yeah. You can then go to Mauritius for 3 weeks. We don't care, eh?
No, I don't care what they do, but they know what's in front of them and they know what's at stake. So you think you'd really want to get there. So, show us a bit of commitment, but we need to start trying to play well and get back to a bit of form. But it's there in front of us and it's winnable and achievable. So it just starts on Sunday again, mate. It is cup finals all the way. And hopefully Sunday. I'm sure Ibrox will be rocking on Sunday when the teams come out and that. Maybe the UB will have a display in that as well. But first and foremost, we need to get the 3 points and hopefully a few goals would help.
Yeah. UB boys, by the way, they're selling T-shirts this Sunday for the cup final. I believe they'll be on sale on Saturday at the game, Sunday at the game. So £20 the T-shirts are. Get them bought off the boys. Obviously all the money will go towards displays and stuff that they make. So I'll certainly be going round to get a triple XL. Okay.
Well said, Stevie boy, well said. You do support an awful lot of causes in our community, mate.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I've got a cracking project up and running now for a gang member. A gang member, may I say. One of the boys. So I'd love to tell the troops about that. But anyway, you'll keep it up my hat and now it's up and running.
No problem. Right, last word, Stevie boy.
Listen, I just want heart and desire. Southside said that the banners are up. Everything from everyone. Let's get these last 5 games. I'm pleading to Big Phil. Get a grip with them. Tell them where he's fae. Think about your families, where he's a fae, your football trip. Go out there and give the boys in the stands everything. Forget, and then you can go on holiday and do what you want. Give everything. Blood, tears, sweat, desire, everything for that badge. And the boys standing in the stands. Come on, the Rangers, let's do it. Thanks for having us. Brilliant wee discussion tonight. I'm glad old Davey made it back through customs.
Yeah, he likes the old gloves. Southside.
Aye, good to be on the night with my big mucker, the drum chapel musician, man. It's always a pleasure. Listen, it's just we feel, mate. Everybody, you get it, I know, mate. You've not said much, but I know the heart and desire pours out you, and you want this team to show the same as us, mate, and the same as the support. So all we ask, but hopefully Sunday the penny will drop, and maybe win with a few goals, and then we'll take it on to when we go up there. But the most important game Sunday, fear no foe, mate. So I'm sure the stands will be rocking. Me and the big will be there shouting their heads off. So let's do this, Rangers. Time to stand up and be counted. One team, one crown.
Thanks to you. Good to see Charlie boy back at work, eh?
Yes, certainly was.
Thanks to your two good selves, Stevie Southside. Thanks for all, Davey, for joining us. Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow night between 8 and 10. Talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Do not in the heart, Rangers.
Cheers, mate.